What up, though, y'all? It's your boy Josh vs. Juice, and I am back with another YouTube video. Like I said in the beginning of all my videos, please do your boy a big favor. Hit that subscribe button at the bottom. Like this video. Turn on your post notifications. I'm trying to get my subscribers up to 1,000 so I can be able to get my page monetized to give y'all some better content in the future. I'm trying to be able to do this content thing full time. So I appreciate everybody that subscribed so far. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're about to get straight into the video.
Cause we all from them trenches, but we worthy. Just know we worthy. Yeah. Just know you worthy.
Alright, as y'all can see by the title of the video, we're doing a question and answer video today. For the past couple of days on my social media, I've been asking people to ask me some questions that they always wanted to know about me, and I was going to answer them in a YouTube video. Like I said, I'm trying to get y'all to know me a little bit better. I'm trying to be more open on this social media thing because I'm trying to do this content thing full time. So we're going to answer some questions today. Hopefully y'all get to get a better insight of who I am instead of just the art that I give y'all. So let's get straight into it. All right, question number 1. This one says, after watching your first YouTube video, what does the word adversity mean to you? The word adversity. Overall, if I'm gonna just really just put it into one concise answer, I really just think it's the trials and tribulations of life. You know, in life, we always gonna go through some type of stuff. Like, everything's just not gonna be a smooth road. Like, life is like hills and valleys. Like, sometimes stuff is good, but sometimes stuff is bad. You know, you go through good stuff, you go through bad stuff. So, you know, you just got to take it as it comes. You just got to know that when times are difficult, there's always going to be some positive times that come after. It's like Tupac said in Me Against the World. He was like, just know that if it's dark right now, the sun always got to come up eventually. You know what I'm saying? The sun going to shine. So if you're going through some adversity right now, just take it from me and take it from the millions of other people that are just like you. It's not going to last forever. You're going to be fine, man. Everything going to be cool, you know. When you come back and you double back, life probably gonna be 10 times better. So just stay down, stick true to your purpose, and just know that good times are coming. All right, question number 2. What is your motivation? This is a really good question. I feel like my motivation in life is making the world a better place. Like, I consider myself a very small brick in the wall of life. So I just know that if I'm doing my part to try to make the world a better place and inspire people to do the same, that's what motivates me. It's like, when I think about what my purpose is, I just know that when I leave this earth, I want people to say that I was a positive impact on their life. Like, I don't want it to be anything negative. I want it to be like, with him being him, he helped me become a better me. You know what I'm saying? That's my motivation. I just want to make sure that with all of the things that I've been blessed with, that I do good with it. Like, that's my motivation. Every day I wake up, I'm just like, okay, how can I make my life better? How can I make my family's life better? How can I make the world better? That's really what I think about when I think about my purpose and my motivation. So, yeah, very great question. Very great question. Number 3, this is another good one. It says, how is balancing the life that you live now versus the life that you want to live? Whew. It's a very good question. Honestly, this is what I think about that. I think that the life that I live now, as long as I'm alive, I feel like this just represents the journey of me getting towards what I want to get to. Because you start here, you have the path here, then you have your end goal. So I feel like this middle section is the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? When you're going through life, it's not about the destination. It's really about the journey. It's about all of the lessons that you learn on the way there, all of the downsides, all of the up times, all of the stuff that you learn along the way, and the people that you inspire along the way. So that's the difference. It's like, right now, as long as I got life in me, I'm cool. You know, as long as I still got another chance to take a step towards my destiny, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. That was a really great question. All right, number 4, we got some music questions. What is the release date of your music video? How can I say this? We got some stuff in the works. Just know that we got some plans on how we're going to release my music video. Actually, that's kind of like 2 questions in one. Somebody asked me when I'm dropping music, and somebody else asked me when is my release date for my music video. Well, technically, I got to drop some more new music for me to be able to do a music video. So just know we got a lot of music. We got a lot of music. But with that, you kind of got to plan that the right way. You know what I'm saying? If I don't have an original beat from somebody that I know, like my homie RA, it's like a business side to that. You got to buy the beat, set up contracts, all that good stuff. So we got some plans on releasing soon, because I got a lot of new music. I got a lot more to record, but we dropping real soon. And like I said, when we drop, we not stopping this time. We not stopping. So yeah, real soon. Just stay on the lookout. I'm gonna try to do a better job to keep y'all updated. You know, give y'all some more snippets. you know what I'm saying, to actually show y'all the work that I be doing. And with this YouTube channel, I'm gonna start vlogging it a lot more. So next time I start going to the studio a lot, y'all gonna see it for sure. All right, it's another one. A lot of people don't know this about me. It's like, what is your favorite anime series and why? Okay, a lot of y'all gonna hate me. I love anime. I watch a lot of anime, but it's a very cliche answer, but I got to go with Naruto. I have to go with Naruto because I feel like him as a character, watching him go from being a kid to an adult, it's been great because honestly, he's like one of the main characters that I relate with. I feel like me and him are like one and the same because that man, he was a kid that, you know, he was hated for having something special inside of him. And even though the world gave him every reason in the world to become the villain, no matter what, he stuck true to his purpose and he was a good person to his friends. He inspired people, you know, even though he wasn't a perfect person, he still tried his best to do what he thought was best. So Naruto, hands down, that's my guy. I'm probably gonna get a Naruto tattoo because real talk, y'all, that show has gotten me to come to a lot of realizations about my life and who I am as a person. So Naruto for sure. I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all hate me, be like, oh, that's a cliche answer, but it is what it is, you feel me? Number 6. Who is your biggest support system? Hands down, there's nobody in this planet that's more supportive than me than my mom. Shout out to my mom. Like, throughout my whole life, that woman is a superhero anime character, in my opinion. Like, the fact that woman, like, really gave her life to her kids and just really just supported me through everything that I've ever done. She forever has my love. And when I get to where I need to go, that woman is not going to have to worry about anything. My mom is my biggest support system. I love that woman unconditionally. There's nothing that she can do to take that love away from me, like, ever. Like, my mom, 100%. There's nobody else that really supports me like my mom because me and her are damn near the same person. So shout out to you, mom. Mama. Number 7. This is another good question. What inspired you to inspire? Look, y'all, the answer is really short and simple for me. I know that we're all the same. We're all human beings, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people might not just have an understanding of what life really means, you know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, you're not perfect. There's nobody that's better than anybody else when it comes to anything specific. We're all the same. We all have the same opportunities. We just have to work towards what we want. So me inspiring people is me really just saying, I'm just like you. And if I can do something, you can do something. Like, it's simple as that. Like, life in general is what inspires me to inspire people because we all out here, man. We all out here. Don't look at anybody else and think that they doing better than you based off what you're seeing. Like, we all the same. Everybody go through good times. Everybody go through bad times. It's just about how you take those moments and you make the best of them. So that's why I like to inspire. Okay, number 8, another music question. Top 5 musical influences. Whew. Okay, I have a lot of musical influences, but there's some that are so prominent, you know, because they kind of all in the same realm, whether they're rappers or singers. But number 1, definitely got to go with my man's Michael Jackson. Like, I feel like he is the epitome of an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? His music, the dance aspect of everything, you know, his personal style was just so different than everybody else's, and it was fire. I just feel like he stuck true to what his aura was. That man, hands down, Michael Jackson, number 1. Number 2 is kind of the same thing. Chris Brown. Chris Brown is kind of like a, you know, he's a stem on the Michael Jackson tree. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he's very inspired by Michael Jackson. Well, that's kind of like a known thing, but Chris Brown, I like same thing. The music, the style, the dance, you know, it's the art. Like, he's probably one of the most artists that I relate to the most because we kind of do like the same stuff. We're kind of talented at a lot of things. So definitely Chris Brown is one of my favorite artists. Number 3, a lot of people don't know this one about me, but I am a very, very avid Brandy fan. I love Brandy. And it's my mom's fault because in the early 2000s, my mom had the self-titled Brandy album, Full Moon, Never Say Never, Aphrodisiac. Like, she had all of those albums in our CD player in the car for months at a time. So I know every song. We used to drive around all the time and listen to Brandy. Brandy, I love you, Brandy. You are one of my favorites. Like, can't wait to meet you. Brandy. B-Rock. Number 4. We're about to get into rappers. My last 2 are rappers. J. Cole. J. Cole is one of my favorite musical influences because I feel like even though his lyrics aren't the most technically different or difficult to understand lyrics, I think that the fact that he's so easy to understand, but he also pierces your soul and gives you inspiration, and it's like he's like a very real artist. He actually talks about stuff. J. Cole is one of my favorite musical influences because 2014 Forest Hill Drive, my favorite rap album of all time. I will never forget the time, the date, where I was, how I felt. I will never forget when that album dropped. I will never forget it. That's like one of the most influential albums to me. Like, changed my life, to be totally honest, because that was at a time I felt like he wrote that album for me. I was literally in Detroit about to move and go to college. So J. Cole, 100%. And last but not least, we have my dog, Tupac Shakur. I think the reason why Tupac is one of my favorite musical influences is because I feel like he had a lot of layers to him as a person. You know what I'm saying? He definitely showcased that there's different sides to a person, you know, because truthfully, Tupac was like an activist. You know what I'm saying? Tupac was a dancer. He was into the arts, but he also had that hood side to him. You know what I'm saying? No matter if he gained that later on in life or he started to showcase that more in life, I feel like he had a soft side. He had a hard side. He also cared about his people, and he also spread a message that was strong enough to unite people, which became dangerous at a point. Like, that's a dangerous person. I feel like Tupac had a very dangerous aura about him. You know, it's hands down, he's one of my favorite artists. Like, in his music, it just speaks to people. So definitely Tupac Shakur. That's my top 5 right there. Number 9, we got another good one. What is a must-have when you're in the studio? I'm trying to narrow it down to one, but honestly, I think a must-have in the studio is tea. Tea, honey, and Halls. That kind of goes into one. You gotta have some tea because, you know, when you're recording, you want your voice to be as, you know, in the best shape as possible. And tea, like throat coat with some honey and some tea, it gets you right. If you record music and you're not doing that, take my word for it. Definitely some tea. Tea and honey. All right, number 10. Who is my dream collab? So, like I said, when I was naming my top 5 musical influences, I definitely want a Brandy feature. I definitely want to get on a track with Brandy and we sing. You know what I'm saying? And we layer those background vocals like crazy. I feel like me and her would sound great on a song together, you know? And I feel like if I collab with Brandy and we actually did it in studio together, I can learn so much about R&B, you know, because she's the vocal Bible. You know, she made music that became the standard for a lot of R&B, you know, acts after her to look up to and actually try to incorporate into their style. So Brandy, definitely one of my top dream collabs. Number 11, this is another great question. What is my ideal woman? My ideal woman, I think my ideal woman is someone who is very caring, very nurturing, very understanding, you know, willing to listen instead of talk and not listen. Someone who is good with family and children. Someone who has a purpose. Somebody who got something that they're very passionate about outside of me. You know, I don't want my woman to be, you know, 100% stuck on me. I don't want to be the thing that her life revolves around. I want her to have something that she loves so passionately that, you know, we can come together and talk about our passions and we can actually grow each other. Somebody who's really good at cooking, because I can cook, but I feel like women put so much love into their food. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's a whole different vibe. Also, somebody who is fly. Like, I love me a fly girl. You know, somebody who be putting that stuff on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even gotta help you dress. Like, you can dress me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who also can keep it like very sexy and like womanly, and also somebody who can step on like the other side of things and like have like a tomboy-esque thing about them, you know, where they put on sneakers, baggy clothes, and anything they put on just can be fly. Like I like somebody who's different, you know what I'm saying, who really be putting some stuff together. So I think that's my ideal woman. I think somebody who's understanding, caring, you know, good with kids, fly, know how to cook, you know, and very patient with me because I'm a lot. Number 12, another great question. What age of you was your best you? Automatically, I'm going to say 19 and 20-year-old Josh was the coldest me ever. You know, because that was around the time where after I graduated high school, I didn't go directly to college. I waited a year. So during that time, I was in Detroit, you know, mostly in Royal Oak. I was dancing, you know what I'm saying? I was moving around the city a whole bunch. I was with a lot of people that I care about, you know what I'm saying? And we was doing a lot of fun stuff. Like, we were doing a lot of fun stuff when it came to dance, you know? This is before, like, the music and stuff became a thing. This is before I went to film school, you know? That was a fun time, you know what I'm saying? I was really fearless when it came to my art, you know what I'm saying? I really was laser focused on it because I wasn't in school. All I had time to do was be creative. So 19 and 20, I would say 19, but that age, great times. Great times. Some of the best albums came out. Nothing Was the Same, and my favorite album, 2014 Forest Hill Drive. Unbeatable time. You know, I'm trying to be able to match that in my older age, but you know, I became an adult, so things became a little bit more real for me. But around that time, the last era of me being a knucklehead, definitely my favorite time in life. Number 13, we got a film question. Somebody asked me what was my favorite film set to work on. I kind of have two, you know. One is very biased, and the other one was just a very fun time. Like, it was just fun all around. But the one that was my favorite, technically, without bias, definitely the last film that I worked on. It's a Comedy Central movie. It's called Run for the Money. It was fun because I realized that was my first comedy that I worked on. So you realize that set is like a very different vibe because everybody around is funny. So even though if the day's been going hard or if it's a long day, you get to laugh because you're seeing a whole bunch of goofy stuff all day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's in kind of like higher spirits because the whole topic of us being here is to make people laugh. So definitely Run for the Money. And my second one that's very biased, even though me working on that show was, whoo, y'all, we went through it on this show, man. We went through it. But BMF season 2, that's my second favorite because, as many of y'all know, BMF is based around the Black Mafia family, Big Meech, and ironically, that happens to be where I grew up at, in Southwest Detroit. You know, my mom stayed right around the corner from that house that y'all see on BMF on the show. So hearing stories about that show growing up and, you know, knowing about the legacy that they left behind and the one that's still growing in a new way, it was actually like a full circle moment for somebody like me that's from that actual neighborhood to actually work on that show, to be able to tell that story and see the intricacies of everything. So that was actually like very great. Morally, that was one of my favorite sets to work on. I was actually proud to do that show. Like, that actually was a milestone that I like hit, even though it was never really a goal for me to work on that show. It kind of just manifested itself and happened. So that's another one. BMF and Run for the Money, my two favorite sets to work on. Number 14, we got a dance question. It says, why did you start dancing? That's kind of like a long-winded answer, but there was never really a specific reason why I started dancing. I've always danced my whole life. I've always been like an energetic kid. You know, I just always knew how to do it. But I feel like it was another form of me expressing myself. You know what I'm saying? Another form of me like getting what I had inside out, you know? But if we want to be technical, the reason why I started dancing in high school when I started to take it serious is because literally I met some people, you know, that opened up a whole new world for me. Like, when I first went to my first, you know, cypher, I didn't know that those things were real. I didn't know. Like, I literally was invited by my homie Nick, B-Boy Shadow, and my homie Sketch, which he went by so much other stuff back then, but we actually ended up getting invited by B-Boy Shadow to a Hardcore Detroit practice. Shout out to Hardcore Detroit. But it was like a step-up movie. Like, it was literally like a movie. Like, we walked to this back alley and we went inside this building, and the moment I walked in, it was like the light, and it was like heaven. Like, I seen people spinning on their heads, you know, doing a whole bunch of breakdancing, and I didn't think that stuff was real. So I was like, yo, this is right up my alley. And it was crazy. And the people that I met along the way in the dance culture in Detroit, like, it's gonna forever be a part of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, dancing is gonna forever be something that I do, you know, even though I don't really post about it much. Like, I used to post dance videos every day, but, you know, like I said, it's like a lot of other art forms that I put my time into now because I have different goals. But dance is gonna always be an aspect of my character forever. Even when I'm in a wheelchair, I'm gonna be. So yeah, that's why I started dancing. It's a form of expression, man, just getting things out and actually inspiring people. So, you know, if somebody can watch my videos and be like, dang, man, that made me feel good, we winning. All right, so number 15, I think we're going to wrap this video up with this one because I don't want to make this video a little bit too long because I already seem like it's going to be a little long. So, we got F word, marry, kill, dance, art, and film. Actually, I'm kind of caught off guard, so I got to think about that. Give me a couple seconds. Oh, bro, this is a very hard question to answer. I don't want to kill either one of those, but I got to choose, so... This one's hard. This is very hard. All right, y'all, I got to answer. Okay, so when it comes to what we going to dance. We're going to do that to dance. So, the reason why I would do that to dance is because, you know, dancing is like an extension of who I am. That's what I consider it at this point. But dance is something I'm always going to spin the block on. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be that one I hit up. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the deal? You know what I'm saying? What I would marry, I would probably marry art because honestly, I feel like art encompasses so many things. Art actually encompasses all three of those. It encompasses dance and film. So, the reason why I would marry art is because I feel like music is like one of my main focuses right now. So that's an art form, if you ask me. It's an art. So I feel like I would marry art because if I were to marry art, I would be surrounded by all the things that I like always. So I can come home to art. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to marry art. Now, I have to kill film because I asked myself. The reason why this question was so difficult to me is because I asked myself, like, if I had to choose, like, out of all of these, what I would do, it would definitely be the other two more than film because film is something that if I had the opportunity to go do something else, I definitely would do it. You know, I have a love for film. I got a degree in film. My career is film. So, but I would rather choose another career if I really had to. If I'm being totally honest, I would choose music, art, and dance over film because, you know, film encompasses so many different aspects and so many different people that it's not just really me. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm directing, which is something that I want to do in the future, but I would definitely have to kill film. And also, what I'm going through currently kind of like gives me every reason to just be like, I'm gonna go do something else. So definitely I'm gonna have to kill film. I'm sorry, I love you, film, but I'm gonna have to kill you. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. But I'm not gonna kill it though. It's just for the question. All right, y'all. That's gonna conclude the video. I feel like throughout this video, I hope y'all got some more insight as to who I am, and I'm gonna do a part 2 for sure. Like a question and answer thing is gonna be it's always gonna be a concept for me because I feel like as you grow as a person, there's more things that people might become interested, or they might figure out a question that they had for me even if they didn't after watching this video. So I hope y'all liked it. I hope y'all enjoy. Make sure y'all subscribe. If there's like something that I answered that you want to talk about in the comments, go ahead and drop a comment. Like the video, turn on your post notifications, and it's your boy Josh vs. Juice, and I'm out this thing.
Cause we all from them trenches, but we worthy. Just know we worthy, yeah. Just know you worthy. You can do anything if you know that you deserve it. Tell them that we worthy. Just know we worthy. We can do everything if we know that we deserve it. You feel me? Put your hands up, y'all. The system, it tried to change us, knowing that we so dangerous. Feel me? Spark your flame up, y'all.